Yo, what's poppin', bro? Just wanna watch was it the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie, One Battle After Another, and it's a bit overhyped. It's like my TikTok was full of fucking like, this is movie of the year. It's better than Sinners. There was glazers everywhere, and now they're not showing up as much. So it's kind of like that didn't happen. It was all in my head. But I know I saw it. I don't get all, like, I enjoyed the movie. I liked the movie, but it wasn't like, I don't think it was movie of the year. I don't think it was that good. Like, let me think here. Like, if I had to rate it, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Like, I think something must have been like lost, or like something. Maybe I just didn't get it. Maybe there's something there that I didn't get. Maybe some people kept talking about like the film, like the shots of the film, and like I guess. I mean, not really. Not. I mean, I want to watch a big beautiful journey, a big bold beautiful journey, and the shots there. I mean, that's cinema. The shots, cinema. But for this movie, it's just kind of like, I was waiting for that. I was actually waiting for the shots. And I mean, they're not bad shots, but they're not like whoa, like crazy. In my opinion, they're not crazy like that. And the movie was just kind of, it wasn't like it. I guess I was expecting more because people were glazing it up. It was overhyped. The ads, it has like what was it, like a 98 or 89 on Rotten Tomatoes. I just thought it was gonna be like cinema. That was gonna be really, really good. But it was just kind of good, but underwhelming. I guess that's my point. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, so people compared it to Sinners and there's like a annoying ass TikTok, like, my TikTok for you page, just like annoying ass fight between people that like Sinners and people like One Battle After Another, and like, you're both annoying as fuck. So shut up. But also, Sinners is better than One Battle After Another, unless there's something in there. They got lost in the sauce or something. And that's the first like movie that I watched with Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and I mean, I'm like a way bigger fan of Guillermo del Toro. He was great. Not that Leo wasn't great either, but I don't know, I just like Guillermo's character a lot more. Oh yeah, but I was saying, like, Sinners is here, like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 territory. One Battle for Another is right here, 7 out of 10. So I'm saying, like, I like the movie, but it wasn't Sinners level. It wasn't, but it also wasn't bad like Beetlejuice, which is like a 5 out of 10. It was really like alright. It was mid. Like, it was not mid, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It was good. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't cinema, but it wasn't mid. It was but like better than you know what I mean? Like, and I think, spoilers, right? So I think it gets better towards the middle. So it starts off with, if you watch the trailers, it starts off with the French 75, I think that's what they're called, right? It's like a terrorist group or something, and they're trying to, like, I don't know what the movement is, or what the idea behind it was, but they're like freeing, I guess, immigrants, I think it was. And it starts off with the mom with Leo and this girl. I forgot what her name was. Yeah, I forget what her name is, but they're part of the French 75. They're doing these terrorist acts, I guess, or freedom acts, because they're like a revolutionist group, and we're rooting for them. We're rooting for them. Halfway through the movie, they have a baby. Oh, yeah, halfway through the movie, they have a baby. But actually, I already said spoilers, right? So, but actually, this baby belonged to this colonel that you see at the beginning of the movie. With the girl, but that doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, like, to Leo. It doesn't matter to Leo at all. Bob. He was called Bob, or that's his cover name for when he has to escape, because... Okay, so they have the baby, right? They have the baby, and then, the mom leaves because she doesn't feel like she's loved, and she's jealous of the baby. And so she leaves, and she goes back to the revolution group, and she shoots someone. Like, I don't think they normally kill people or something, because she killed someone, and then she got caught, and she started ratting everyone out, and a good amount of them got shot, got killed. I was like, oh shit. And then what happened? She gets put into witness protection, and everyone's like, she ratted us out. They're killing other people, and so they all go separate ways. They all spread out. And so we cut to later on Bob. He was the skinny fit guy. He was actively part of like the revolution, right? French 75. And now he's all like, he's got a big ass beard. He's all fat. He's like fat, chubby, I guess. I don't know what I would describe him as. And this little baby, the little baby girl, she's all grown up. They call her Willa. And so they're living their normal life. Right? And then a little bit further into the movie, they get this colonel, lieutenant. They kept saying a lot of ranks. I don't remember what rank he was, but Lockjaw, I think that's what they called him, so that's what I'm gonna call him. Lockjaw was the sergeant type dude, the one that was sleeping with the Leo's wife, girlfriend, whatever. So she ran away from witness protection. He really liked her, and then she ran away from witness protection. So now he's all mad, and he starts tracking them all down. Starting off with this guy called the Billy Goat. That's his code name or something. And so he gets kidnapped, and then he gets taken into like a room to get questioned. And he's like, I know nothing. And then he's like, oh really? You know nothing? And he's like, yeah, I know nothing. You don't scare me. And then he's like, yeah, but what about your sister? And he's like, oh, okay, well, this is where they're at. And so he's like, to the sergeant, captain, lieutenant, whatever he is, Lockjaw. He's like, give me a reason to go raid this place. And apparently this place is like a safe haven for immigrants. And drug dealers and whatever the fuck else. I'm not sure. They don't really go further into that. That's because they were technically terrorists. They might have been drug dealers. But I didn't really go further into that because it's not the focus of the movie, right? But definitely immigrants. And that's where it gets good, right? Because Willa, at that point, she's safe. And Bob is safe. It's been years. It's been like 20 years since the last incident happened. And the guy goes to that town and starts chasing them. And this girl from earlier, I don't know her name. I don't remember her name, but this girl from earlier goes to Willa's school because she's at a dance, and she gives her the code stuff that her father taught her, that she literally thought would never come into her life, and she's like, "You gotta come with me because you're in danger." And she's like, "Okay." And then Bobby, they raid Bob's house, and he has to sneak out through this like trapdoor thing, and he has to find his daughter. He has to find his daughter because he doesn't know where the rendezvous point. It's been so long since the last time that all this stuff happened, so he forgot all the code words, everything like that. Yeah, right. So he doesn't know where the rendezvous point is, and he doesn't remember the code line for them to tell him where the rendezvous point is, and he gets pissed, like, and understandable, right? And so he sneaks out, and this guy, what was his name? I don't know, but they find like different places to raid, so they start raiding. First they raid Willa's high school. They raid this Lickin' Chicken place because they're apparently it's all front for like a drug operation or whatever. And so they raid this whole town, and Bob is he's trying to discreetly run away from them. And he goes into the dojo of his daughter's sensei, and he calls him sensei the whole time. This guy was named, what was his name? I want to say it was Oscar, but that could be wrong. I'm just gonna call him the sensei. Sensei is really cool. He's played by Guillermo del Toro. So they have this whole thing. The sensei is running. As he says it, he's running this Harriet Tubman operation where he's hiding immigrants, and he has like a whole tunnel to escape the ICE people and the military people. And so as they're going from the dojo to the church to his store, it shows like a big protest that's happening. They're like throwing Molotovs at the police. Well, not at the police, but like in front of the police. And that part was cool. And then the police start firing back, and you just hear screams like, "Oh shit, it's getting real." And then he shows up to the house, and Leo gets into this big fight with the code guy. He's all like, "I don't know fucking code, okay? Just tell me where the rendezvous point is." It's like, "You know what I'm gonna do to you when I find you?" Really funny part. And so this whole part has it shows the sensei's whole operation of he gives these 3 kids what was his name again? Bob's stuff. And so he tells Bob to go with them, and so they start going through the rooftops. You know what? That part was cool. Them running in the darkness on the rooftops. And meanwhile, they're sneaking underground to the church, and they never get found. Immigrants that were hiding in this place, and on the rooftop part, the kids are very agile, they look cool, and Bob is and they will jump down from one building to another, and he's taking the ladder and shit. And on one of them he literally falls off the fucking building, and he gets caught by the police, and then he has to go to the fucking thing. Well, they help him escape. That's the point. And so now he's in the car with the sensei. And they have a really now he's in the car with the sensei. Sensei's dope. Can't remember much of the scene of them on the car, but he's my favorite part of the movie. And then after that, at this point he knows the location of where his daughter's at, and so he goes to the nun place. But what happened before that is that the military people, they already got to the nun place that she was taken to, the nun place where the nuns grow weed. And the colonel lieutenant guy, he takes oh my, there's a good amount of subplot, huh? So the lieutenant colonel guy is trying to join this Christmas group, which is like a white supremacist group kind of thing. And so the colonel lieutenant guy, he's tracking down his daughter to make sure that he's not related to her. And so he arrests the girl, and he does a DNA test, and they're related. He's the dad. And then he kidnaps her and takes her away. Transfers her to this other guy, and this other guy, he's like dispose of her. He's like, nah, I don't do that with children. And so he was like, fine, take him to this other guy who will. He's like, okay. And they do that. He starts chasing after the lieutenant. And then like somewhere in between all this other guy from the Christmas group, they find out that he had interactions with the girl, with the mom, and you know that's a big no-no because they hate black people. They hate any people that are not white because they're superior people. If they're in the group, they were superior people. And so this other guy gets sent to dispose of the. I don't even know what they called it, but dispose of the dispose of the thing. It was a bad thing they called it, like typical evil people stuff. But so this guy pulls up in like this blue car, super cool car. I don't know what it's. I'm not a car guy. I don't know what it was. But well, he's like lower the window. He literally, like, as the black car is driving, the blue car pulls up and next to him, and he's like, lower the window down, and bro pulls up a shotgun and boom, shoots him in the head. And that part's crazy. And then this other guy, the Leo, Bob is chasing after them in the little brown car that he found. And he finds the car tipped over and checks. Oh, he's like, no, right? And he checks the car, and it's just the dead lieutenant colonel captain guy, Lockjaw. And so he's like, okay, yeah, I saw two other cars. And so he goes back and tries to track where the other car went. Come back to Willa. Willa's on this other place being held. And this guy that took her to this place, he's like, he really doesn't like doing stuff with children, so he like tries to help her out. And so he shoots the people that are there, but he also dies. And now Willa is on her own to like get out of there. And so she grabs the keys, grabs a gun, and like heads out of there. And then the blue car guy is also like on a mission to eliminate her. So now he's like halfway through her running away. She sees something following her, and it's the blue car guy, and so she just starts fucking. What do you call it? What do you call it in English? What? I don't even know what you call it in Spanish. She just starts fucking going, right? She starts going faster and faster, and then the blue guy's going faster and faster, and then at some point in between here, the other guy, Leo, Bob sees him, and so he starts chasing the blue car, which is chasing the white car, which is the one that Willa's in. And so at some point, Willa realizes that, like, I'm not gonna lose him, and so there's like a very steep hill kind of thing on the road, where it just goes like that. And so she's so far away enough that she can stop, and he won't see her stop. And so she stops the car, she gets out, she goes hide in behind the sign with a gun out. And he sees the car too late, and so he crashes into the fucking car, and so the car's all busted. And so he steps out of the car, and she starts screaming the code to see if that guy was safe. He doesn't know it, so she fucking shoots him multiple times. Dead. She kills him, pretty much. And then the little guy, Bob, pulls up and she starts screaming the code. She's like, who are you? Who are you? And he's like, I'm your dad, bro. I'm your fucking dad. Look at me. I'm your dad. And so they get home safely after. And then we cut to this other part where the Lieutenant Captain Colonel Lockjaw, he's not actually dead. There was a fake, but it does show his face all bleeding and shit, like his face was all messed up. And then we cut to him trying to get to still trying to get into the Christmas group, and he gets killed anyways. It's really like they tell him like, okay, you're in, right? But then they like lure him into a room, and he's like, oh, I forgot my keys. So he leaves him, and they start filling the room with poison gas. I'm guessing some kind of gas that kills him. And then they burn him in an incinerator. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. And then the other guy, the sensei, got arrested for drunk driving. But I mean, that was just funny. Sensei, he was okay the whole time. And then at the end, the girl, she's like listening to the radio, and she becomes some sort of revolutionary herself, I'm guessing. I don't really know what happened at the end there, but definitely not a bad movie, but not a 10 out of 10, you know. Yeah.